Hey, set your mind right now. Nothing before this matters. We came here with everything still on the line. Everything you wanted in the offseason is still out in front of us. What would you give for that moment right now? Let's go, man.
byScorez.
1, 2, 3.
Then after you have great coaches, you get great players. You have a great organization, and you tell them one thing.
Yo, what is good, Raider Nation? It is your boy Raider Alex. I am back with another video. In this video, guys, we're going to be talking about the latest news that I saw, and it's basically that one of our players is a veteran. It was an anonymous source, but he's on the team. He basically said that he, credits a big part of, the late season run and essentially making the playoffs, due to Jon Gruden not being there anymore. And wow, when I saw that, I was like, damn, bro, shots fired. But I'm also not surprised, because Gruden was definitely a very polarizing figure. It definitely would not surprise me if the locker room was like half, Gruden guys, Gruden grinders that just, really like Gruden. They would go, to hell and back for him. And there's probably the other half that was like, man, fuck this Gruden guy. So yeah, like I said, it doesn't really surprise me, but when I saw that, it definitely made me think, and I wanted to come on here. I wanted to get your guys' opinions as well. Do you guys think that if Gruden would have stayed, we would have made the playoffs, or would it have been like the other seasons in the past? We all know with Gruden, I mean, he was there 3 years. He didn't get it done once. He didn't he didn't get us to the playoffs, not once. And it was 2 years in a row where it was like basically the same thing. We start really fucking strong, and then we end the fucking season terribly, man. So I can see both sides, to both arguments saying for this discussion, but in my personal opinion, I don't think so. I think if Gruden would have stayed here, I think we most likely still would have made the playoffs. And it's funny because one of the biggest criticisms on Gruden was that that Super Bowl that he won it with Tony Dungy's guys. And look, that's a fair point, but I don't see why that wouldn't apply in this scenario though. Yeah, Rich Bisaccia made the playoffs, but with Gruden's guys, with his system. Shit, we're still running a shit ton of Jon Gruden's plays. Basically, the really good thing that Rich Bisaccia had going for him was that he was very good with players. He's a very player friendly guy. People really liked him, and he just knew how to kind of like ride the ship. He was able to just keep the team intact and let the players do what they do best. But at the end of the day, I still think if Gruden would have been here, we still would have made the playoffs. I still think Gruden is a much better play caller than Greg Olsen. Yeah, they're running the same playbook, but the selection of it, and look, Jon Gruden is not great at all either, but I think he'd be much better than Greg Olsen. I'll tell you what, that last play against the Bengals, Jon Gruden calls a better play than Greg Olsen, point blank, period. And I personally think the reason why we made the playoffs, a big part of it was we finally got our run game going. The defense was, starting to get hot. We had a couple things going for us. And honestly, a part of, the reason why we made the playoffs too was, man, this team had a whole lot of motivation from, all the different shits that they could, play for. I think that was a factor as well. And yeah, and then one thing about Rich Bisaccia too that I can see, an argument is that, Rich Bisaccia is a lot more understanding. He's much more willing to adapt compared to a guy like Gruden. Gruden's a very hard-headed. It's his philosophy. It's his way or the highway versus Rich Bisaccia. He's willing to listen to his players, to his leaders, and if there's a change that he thinks that they think needs to happen, and if he thinks that it's going to help the team, I think he would definitely do that. So yeah, guys, it's very interesting to see. I want to know what you guys think, especially though. I want you guys to let me know down below. Do you guys think if Jon Gruden would have stayed, we would have made the playoffs, or do you think part of him getting fired was a blessing in disguise, and that was the reason why, that was a big reason why we made the playoffs this year. At the end of the day, Gruden is gone though. It's for I wasn't a huge Gruden fan, but I wasn't also like a hater of him either. I understand he had his flaws, but he also had his upsides as well. But yeah, guys, that's all I have for this video. Let me know in the comments down below. If you guys are new to the channel though, make sure to subscribe down below. And once again, let me know down below, what do you guys think about this whole Jon Gruden situation? But with that being said, guys, I am out.